And welcome back. We are joined now with our political analysts. They're here on a Wednesday afternoon, so you know it must have been a big deal had happened yesterday. We have Danielle Gross of ClearPoint Communications and Christopher Nicholas of Eagle Consulting Group. Thank you both for being with me here today. Let's break down these election results. So let's just start with the presidency. All roads, we have been saying for months now, we're going to lead right through Pennsylvania. And it seems like that, of course, actually happened. But did you anticipate as much of a red wave came through Pennsylvania?
I did not. Trump in his two previous runs got 48.6 and 48.8, and all of a sudden this year he pops to almost 51 in his third try. We saw a big wave among younger black and men towards Trump, and that helped carry some of these other races along. His support among black men more than doubled. His support 2020. So he showed a lot of growth in putting together his coalition, and the Harris campaign, Kamala Harris campaign, I think spent too much time talking about abortion and vibes and not enough time talking about the economy.
Danielle, what do you think about? What do you think went wrong for Kamala Harris?
I mean, it really came up to turnout, and Kamala Harris just simply could not get enough people out. The same people who voted for Joe Biden 4 years ago, she did not turn those people out in the same numbers and the same proportions as they did 4 years ago, and that's what it all came down to.
Do you have any thoughts on why that happened?
Yeah, I mean, we're still, there's a lot of talk this morning about, how we don't have all the numbers yet. There's still numbers trickling in across the country and across the state, and I think there's as many opinions the day after the election as there are people. So I think it's a little early to, start definitively announcing reason X, Y, Z, but I'm sure that those will start to solidify in the coming weeks.
I can say issues X, Y, Z. Like I said, I think the Democrats lean too much into their abortion rhetoric and not enough on the issues that people count on in a day-to-day situation. The reason those Biden voters didn't turn out for Harris is because they didn't like what she was selling. Democrats, as usual, fell in love with their ground game, as they call it. We kept on being told how many doors they were knocking, et cetera, et cetera. So with Trump doing better in the cities, James, what happened was the Democratic turnout operation was turning out Republican votes for Donald Trump. That's kind of an odd thing to say, but that's what ended up happening. So the question now, is this an alignment that will stick for later elections, or is this a one-time deal in terms of black and Hispanic men being more in the Republican column?
Danielle, I'm curious what you think about this. I know there was a lot being said about who Kamala Harris would pick as her running mate, and Josh Shapiro was one of the people on the top of that list. She ultimately didn't pick him. Do you think that was a factor, especially here in Pennsylvania, of her not winning?
Yeah, I think a lot of people like to say that, but I really don't think that Josh Shapiro would have made much of a difference in Pennsylvania. I'm glad that he's stuck around to be our governor, and hopefully he gets reelected in the next, in 2 years, right? 2 years?
2 years, right? Yeah.
Everything blends together now.
Yes.
I think the Democrats would have done better here with Shapiro. I think they would have had a fighting chance to win. But oddly, given how Trump did in all the other swing states, he won all of them. That would not have made a difference, even if you had flipped Pennsylvania this year with a Harris-Shapiro ticket, it wouldn't have figured out. So Shapiro now has to work towards his own reelection try in 2026, while at the same time continuing to burnish his national street cred. Because even if he doesn't run for president, which I assume he will if he gets reelected, having a higher, visibility out there will help him raise money, help his stature. So I don't think he came out in a bad way, but I think Tim Walz was a dud as a VP nominee. Their vote share in Minnesota went down. He's the governor there. So, vice presidents can help around the edge, and I think that would have helped them here yesterday.
Danielle, finally, before we run out of time, do you think that this is a wake-up call for Democrats? Do they have some work to do internalizing what actually happened here, what changes need to be made?
Yeah, well, I mean, to me, voters like Donald Trump. Voters aspire to be like Donald Trump, and he is a once-in-a-lifetime brand that I don't think helps the Republican Party once he's gone.
Well, it certainly helped us yesterday. We flipped 2 congressional seats here and won all the statewide row offices, so it helped a little.
But once he's gone, you don't have that momentum, that energy, that same.
That's a long way off today.
Okay, we're gonna put a pause on the conversation right now. We have much more to discuss. I do want to talk to you guys more about the Senate race and how close that is right now, and also the congressional race for the 10th district, what's going on there. So you guys have agreed to stay here, and we'll check with you guys coming up in our next half hour. Thank you so much.